starting. Cortez Hernandez playing. Makes a great running catch here. You're going to love this. He traveled 91 feet. His route efficiency was 96%.
That's what. And his slide was 6.5 feet. Look at that. And the wind knocked it down 2.5%. And Johnny Cueto is stoked.
Cueto says, I don't know anything about that, but I know it's good defense. Look at Kelby Tomlinson, Bill. He made that play there on Ben Zobrist, and later in the game, he made even a harder play with the overshift from the shallow right field grass off of Anthony Rizzo. He played a great defensive game.
Two very nice, stellar plays by Tomlinson. I loved it when he catches it, how he gets up so fast on his feet to try to get set to make that throw nice and easy for him. That play right there off of Rizzo, outstanding.
And I go back to 2 years ago when he first got here. There were two similar plays. Chris Coughlin here. He cannot come up with the ball. It cost the Giants a run. And then later, with our guy Jeremy Affelt on the mound, he could. That was even an easier play because he didn't have to go as far. And then our guy Affelt against Kyle Schwarber, same play, more going to the middle. But I remember on the next homestand coming home, and Ron Wotus was working with Kelby Tomlinson, and he got much better on that play the night he made it in a playoff game. It's time for our Provident Credit Union post-game interview. We go back to Chicago and hear from Kelby Tomlinson.
Yeah, it's two really good pitchers, going out there battling. The same thing as in the wild card, it's going to come down to maybe one swing. Kind of unfortunate that we didn't get the big swing this time, but still some games left that we can battle our way back.
What was it about last year that made him so difficult?
Say that again?
What was it about last year that made him so difficult?
He's locating his pitches. He gets you to hit the ball but not hard. That's kind of what I feel like he does. Locates, throws a mix of pitches, sinker, fastball. I mean, he's got 4 different ways he throws it, over 88. So cutter, fastball, sinker, all different types of stuff, and then mixing a curveball every now and then to keep you off of it. So, every time he throws it in there, it kind of moves a different way with some velocity. I think is his big still, and then it locates it, keeps it down, doesn't really miss up out of the plate very often. So makes it a little bit tough to really hit those extra base hits. You need something over the middle.
You feel for Johnny a little bit since he pitched so well through there?
Yeah, he pitched a great game, and unfortunately, that one swing, one pitch that he kind of has to live with, and then we feel on the offensive side, we wanted to go out there and get him some runs, so one pitch can't get him. So, but he's a good competitor, and he's going to pitch again in the series, so he's going to go out there and hopefully do the same thing.
I'm sure you guys would like to win both of them here, but do you feel like if you still get the split, it's sort of mission accomplished?
Yeah, I mean, we look at game one and take game one, and now that it is what it is, we're going to look at game two and try to find a way to win game two, and that's kind of our focus. We're not, I don't think I came in looking for a split. I came in to try to win game one, and as soon as that's over, we try to find a way to win game two, and when that's over, find a way to win game three. So take it one game at a time.
Can you talk about your fun defensive plays, a couple of nice plays that were second?
Yeah, that first one was tough. He hit it hard and had some, sink on it. Fortunate I was, in the right spot. I think last year when I came here, I dove for 2 balls and have him nick off my gloves. So to be on this side of it's a little bit better. And then, I think the grass out there really slowed down Rizzo's ball. When he first hit it, I thought it was, going to get through. But even in batting practice, when I was taking some back there, I noticed the grass really slowed it down. So I think, the grass kind of aided in that one.
As good as Cueto was, did you feel those plays kind of kept him in the game?
Yeah, I mean, anytime. I think the big thing is if I know one of them there was nobody out, so not having to pitch with a guy on first and nobody out's big. So that's helpful. And then the other one there was a runner on third, so to keep that run from coming in, keeps them in the game. And anytime you can make, if it's 2 outs, it's a little bit different, and you can pitch to try to get the next guy. So I think just kind of how they lined up in the situation, was good.
Is that grass just lawn, or is it loose yet from where they resodded from the concerts?
I'm not really sure. It might be a little long, or it might just be the type of grass it is, and how hard the ground is plays into it. Whereas, some of the, like Arizona or something where it's drier and harder, the grass and that it, bounces off of that. It goes a little bit faster. So, probably a mix of a little bit of everything.
All right, Giants only gave up 3 hits tonight, and they wound up losing on the home run by Javier Baez. So this is the first game of postseason series when the Giants start on the road. Before tonight, they had won it every time. Yeah, against Philadelphia, the wild card game in Pittsburgh and in Washington, St. Louis and Kansas City in the World Series, and of course Wednesday night. Now they have lost home games. They lost the first 2 at home against Cincinnati in 2012, then won 3 in a row at Cincinnati. So they can come back. It's just one game. They're just going to have to win 3 of the next 4 against the best team in baseball. It's going to be a challenge, but they got to get going here. So a well-pitched game, obviously, and a lot of great defensive plays tonight by both teams. Let's go back to Chicago, Wrigley Field, and hear from the manager of the Chicago Cubs, Joe Madden, after his team won 1-0 in Game 1 of the National League Division.